Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real Watchers live stream for November 7th, 2023. My name is Garrett.
And I'm Adrian.
And this, of course, is our weekly live stream with some extra added fun this week. How is everyone out there doing? We're already joined by a couple people. Awesome. Glad to have you with us as we go through the biggest news, events, things you need to know about in the movie industry. But let's not be kidding ourselves. We all know what we're here for. We're all here for the competition at the end of this show. The challenge, so to speak. But we'll get there. We'll get there in due time. Adrian, how have you been over the last week?
I've been good. Really busy, but in a good way. There's just a lot of things moving along. So, yeah, just doing stuff, you know?
Sure, totally get you. Yeah, same here. Really busy with work lately and just, which is nice after a little bit of a slow period. Kind of nice to be picking up again. Yeah. Yeah, and also, if you can't tell, I just moved. So I'm in this is the new background.
Congratulations. W's in the chat.
Yes, unfortunately, fortunately, it's been a very easy move so far, which has been very nice. But just have not put up any posters or anything yet. So that's the only thing that you'll see next week, hopefully. But I already have some comments. Our good friend Joe, Centennial Glizzy time at the end of the stream. Yes, we will be in fact doing it. Hot dogs in the chat. Go ahead and show off those wieners. I mean, hot dogs in the chat. That'd be great. Don't actually post wieners. That'd be bad. Anyhow.
We're good.
Hey, it's 2023. I'm not judging. So go right ahead if you want to. But let's go ahead and jump right into the biggest news stories this week. And up first, the SAG strike is continuing officially. The AMPTP did release what is considered their last, best, and final offer to the Guild. And the Guild said no, because of the AI protections are the big sticking point. Essentially, what it came down to is that a certain level of performer would get paid for getting scanned, but then the likeness could be used whenever, wherever by the studio, even after that performer's passing, whenever the studio wants, with no compensation and no kind of say-so from the estate or anything. It's really bad.
Yeah.
So they are, in fact, renegotiating over the language of that. The AMPTP said they would amend the language, so that's good. That just means that they're really trying to get through this as quick as possible. But that is the last offer that the AMPTP is giving. If they don't strike something this week or next, they will not meet again until the new year, because by this point, they've already missed their next TV season or whatever. So that's the way it's going to go.
Yep, we're up against the deadline. Everybody is, so we'll see what ends up happening.
Mm-hmm.
But sliding right along, live-action Legend of Zelda film has finally been announced, directed by Wes Ball, the director of the Maze Runner series. So I'm a little interested in this. I feel like Maze Runner definitely had a style to it, which I don't necessarily know if it fits my vision of a Zelda live-action, but I also feel like that's the only thing I know from this guy, so who knows? It could be a great fit.
Yeah, and rather odd that it's coming from Sony, of all places, with Nintendo co-financing it. So I think Sony's really trying to cash in on the success of Super Mario Brothers, and if this even looks to have some promise to it, it's going to make gangbusters at the box office.
Yeah.
So, interested to see what's going to happen. That director hasn't really done much else other than Maze Runner. Let me go ahead and just double check real quick. Maze Runner, a couple of short films. So, and he is also doing, as we'll talk about in the trailers, he's doing the new Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes movie. So if that's good, then we'll see some promise to it. But moving right along, speaking of these strikes, we felt the full weight of the strike this week as Dune 2 was supposed to be out last Friday. And the box office really felt it this week. Was it Five Nights at Freddy's dropped off like almost 80%?
Yeah.
No one really having a good weekend, except for some indies, which we'll talk about when we get to the kind of box office. But this is kind of the first major weekend that a film was supposed to come out that's been delayed because of the strike. So definitely feeling it.
Yeah, this was, a date we were all looking forward to last year as, hey, this is going to be the next film. Super excited, and blew right by it. Definitely the beginning of the recognizable blatant issues with the strike. The
dark times.
Yes. Moving right along, Zack Snyder's Rebel Moon gets a limited theatrical release from December 15th through 21st. This is pretty cool, actually. I think it's fun if you're that into it, or you're even just that looking forward to it, a chance to go and see it in theaters before it hits streaming. I think
Mhm.
Glass Onion did a little similar thing where they did like a limited run for a week, and I think it's really fun because it does give those diehard fans the chance to kind of go have that experience.
100%. And I think the key word here is that it is limited. This is only going to be in like LA, San Francisco, New York, Chicago. It's not going to be like, like a one showing a night thing at your theater. You're going to have to travel to see this in theaters.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the 15th to the 21st. The movie actually comes out on the 22nd on Netflix. So I think it kind of speaks that maybe Netflix does have some, either they've got a lot of money sunk into it and want to make some back, or they're confident in it. And I mean, the trailers don't look terrible, so yeah. I'm interested to see what it's going to do. Next up, we are in fact getting the trailer for the sequel to Ghostbusters Afterlife tomorrow. Hopefully, getting some sort of title, getting some sort of anything for this movie, information on it. I enjoyed Ghostbusters Afterlife a lot more than the Ghostbusters film that came out with like Melissa McCarthy and all that. And I do think it's better than Ghostbusters 2. I think it's probably the second best of the series. It definitely had a heart to it. I know you weren't too big a fan of Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah, it was iffy.
But we are getting the fact that we're getting a sequel is kind of cool. Maybe hopefully it's got the same cast, and we'll see what ends up happening with it.
Yeah, similar to kind of trilogies, Enola Holmes 3 is on the way. Presumably no information on casting yet. I just assume that it's kind of the same people. But I'm actually a fan of both of these. I think they're both really well shot and very well scripted and all that. So I'm looking forward to the third one.
Yeah, should definitely be interesting. I have yet to see the first two, so still.
Wow.
Yeah. Next up will be Marvel's Blade. We got a couple of news stories about this week, but Marvel's Blade will officially be rated R. It'll be their second rated R film after Deadpool 3, which is showing a little bit of a change in strategy for the MCU. Both Deadpool 3 will be rated R, but also we just found out that Echo, the new series, will be the first TVMA series that they've ever done. So they're going a little bit darker, which I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Hopefully they can just tell a good story and we'll be able to see something good, because we got interesting things that there was a battle over the script, and Mahershala Ali, who's playing Blade, almost dropped out of the film because of the script. There's just a whole lot of stuff kind of out about it.
Seems plagued with issues, but we'll see how it comes out.
Yeah.
And next up, Apple Studio has announced a new Peanuts movie with Charlie Brown and Snoopy. I was never really too big of a fan. Like, my family didn't really watch it, but I know a lot of people did. So this is probably really exciting news for a lot of people.
Yeah, like my parents are big into Peanuts. My dad was a huge Peanuts fan when he was a kid. And they liked the newest movie that came out. I think it was like 2015, 2016 that was animated. They felt pretty good about that. This one looks like they're in New York for some reason, because for some odd reason, you always have to take beloved characters to New York. But the animation looks pretty good, from at least the pictures we saw. So very excited to see what comes from that. Speaking of animation, I'm very excited about this. Spy Family Code White will be releasing in theaters early 2024. Spy Family is one of my favorite anime shows in the last couple of years. Everyone seems to love it right now. New episodes are coming out for the new season on Crunchyroll every Sunday. And it is coming out in both Japanese and in English in early 2024. Crunchyroll is putting it into theaters. So very excited to see it in theaters.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really cool. Mm-hmm. But moving right along, Greta Gerwig's Narnia film to start production next year. This is really exciting. Hopefully a reinvention of the kind of trilogy we got of the series that kind of fell off and had a bunch of production issues in the film we never got. So hopefully this is kind of a reboot to that, and we do get to see it done in a new lens that's maybe a little bit better. So I'm excited for this.
If she can bring the same level of enthusiasm and creative skill and just originality to this that she brought to Barbie, then I think we're going to have hopefully another hit.
Yeah, I think it's just a shift in tone, right? It'll be interesting to see how she can segue and go from, I feel like Barbie a little bit humorous. I don't know if Narnia it fits, but also if that's what a new lens would be, is change it up, see how it works. So
I mean, to be fair, also like Barbie is very different from her other work, like Lady Bird and Little Women. So, we'll have to wait and see. In not so similar news, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny will be releasing on Disney Plus on December 1st. For those of you who have not seen it yet or didn't see it in theaters, you'll have the chance to. Still worth a watch, still better than Crystal Skull, I think. But it'll be available to view pretty soon.
I'm excited to watch it. I didn't get a chance to go see this in theaters, especially with all the mixed reviews. It wasn't like a huge priority for me, but it is a must stream for me. I do want to see the movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Moving right along, President Biden signed an executive order with AI protections after he watched Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning, which is the most amazing thing I think I've ever read out loud.
It's also the most boomer thing I think I've ever written ever.
I love that he watched it and went, "We gotta stop that." Like, I think that's hilarious, and I love it.
No idea what's in that executive. I mean, you could probably go out and read the executive order. I just thought this was too funny to not include this week. It's like, oh, Grandpa watched that movie again. He's worried about this. You know,
probably thought he was like in the war room watching a live stream, and he's like, "This can't be happening."
Again, this is just too funny not to include. So, but that is going to be it for the news stories this week. Got a couple more comments in here. We're getting some glizzies shared in the chat. We're getting there. We're getting close. Almost there. Matt Wall's echoing the same thing as Danelle. More glizzies. Joe says, I bet they'll cast Tom Holland as Link. I mean, I could see why they would. I don't think they will.
I could see that, but isn't he like taking a break from acting?
Yeah, he's on a sabbatical or a hiatus or whatever right now.
But who would? Honestly, I can't really picture a Link outside of a game. Like, I really think it'd have to be a new actor for it to really hit home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think any star power takes away from the movie.
Very true. I have no idea, like, who they could cast. Like, if it's an unknown, that would not take away, again, like you're saying. But it depends on the tone of the movie, too. If they're going more family-friendly or if they're going more dark. So, our good friend Zach, with the box office success of FNAF, Zelda could just print money. Yeah, I mean, they're literally just banking on the success of Super Mario Bros.
And it's literally, we've seen it with the box office, which we'll go over later, but all you need is that initial pre-sales of tickets, make your money back, and then you don't even have to worry about it. Like, you can drop off completely. You could be a bad movie, but as long as you have the hype around it, you're good to go.
Yeah, exactly. Zach again, a Marvel Dark turn might be the pivot they need. Echo looked legit, but still had MCU undertones. Yeah,
for sure.
I think it is probably what they're going to need. There's a lot of rumors of pivoting away from Kang from being the threat for Phase 5 and 6, which we'll have to wait and see if that's true. But yeah, I think the Dark turn, Echo looks great. I'm really excited for that show, just based on how dark it looks. And then if Blade is really going to continue that on too, I mean, I don't know how you could do the Vampire Blade stuff without making it R-rated. But
I am a little concerned that they're going for the like R rating as almost like a shock value just to get people back into the theaters, like saying, well, it's rated R now, so it's going to be good. And that doesn't necessarily correlate directly for me, but I am interested. Like, that marketing is working on me, but I'm a little nervous that they're just using it to get people in seats.
Yeah, to me, it doesn't really read like it's R because it's good because it's R. I think it's just that way they're going to be given the freedom to tell the better story than they would be able to. You would hope, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how it reads to me. Again, Zach, Garrett, is that an apron hanging on your door? Yes, it is. Although I did not wear it to make the glizzies for today, unfortunately. If so, yes, chef. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Heard, chef.
Telling me by my actual title. We got a comment from Nintendo, and haven't seen you in the chat before, but welcome. Welcome for joining us. Thank you.
Cassidy's brother.
Oh, well,
heyo.
Thank you for joining us. Glizzy, and I guess it's a pickle. I don't have a pickle.
Loser has to eat a pickle.
A whole pickle? I don't have any pickles.
And my mom is in the chat with person turquoise waving. Looks like the emoji didn't translate through, but that's really funny. Hi, Mom.
She's here to watch you. Hey, thank you for supporting us. Alrighty, let's go ahead and move on to the next section. We got a lot of trailers that came out this week, mostly indie stuff, but a couple of big ones. Adrian, what stood out to you this week?
Yeah, I have one that's my number one, but The Boy and the Heron looks incredible, as always.
The English trailer? Yeah.
I was actually interested in The Fall Guy. I think that's a really cool movie that's going to bring a lot of attention to stunt work, which I think is actually really fun, and it looks surprisingly well done. And I always love Ryan Gosling in kind of those humor-ish roles. But for me, I'm a huge fan of the first trilogy, so Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes looks like an absolutely insane roller coaster with a tyrannical ape ruling. I mean, it just looks amazing, and the CGI looks incredible. So that's by far my number one.
Yeah, I think for me, number 2, I guess, of this week would be The Boy and the Heron. I think it looks great, and the voice cast for the English version sounds incredible. And then my number 1 is The Fall Guy. Actually, I was not expecting that trailer to wow me as much as it did. It's the same
Looks
director
great.
as Bullet Train and Deadpool 2, and it really shows. He's also one of the co-creators of John Wick. So the action's going to be good, the stunts are going to be good, and it's also going to be funny and well-written, like most of his projects. So very excited for that. And Ryan Gosling is really channeling his like nice guys, kind of a little bit of that Barbie kind of style again, which
I
very
love
him
similar.
for.
Yeah, loving it.
All right, we had another comment that came in, and
It's okay, Mom.
it's all good. Sometimes those emojis just don't like to come through. Alrighty, moving right along, moving into Garrett's Review Corner. Hi, how's it going? My name is Garrett. These are the movies I watched over the last week, and here's what I thought of them. So let's go ahead and dive right in. Up first, rewatched Kung Fu Panda and gave it an 83 out of 100. Said the Kung Fu Panda is beautifully animated with great character design. It's one of the strongest DreamWorks movies to date. Aside from a few odd choices in voice actors, the film is largely a success due to its heart and relatable story. So I got an 83. After that, caught up on a couple of the MCU films that I have not reviewed on Letterboxd yet. So The Incredible Hulk got a 36 out of 100. Movie's just messy, unconvincing effects for their time, and performances that lack any real weight make for a not so enjoyable watch. The final fight is fun, but there's a severe lack of Mark Ruffalo here. And then Ant-Man was up next after that, giving it a 71. A fun heist film meets superhero. Paul Rudd is a fantastic choice, as are Michael Douglas and Evangeline Lilly. However, its weak villain and by-the-numbers storytelling can drag it down a little bit. But the levels of fun and its visuals make up for it. After that was Doctor Strange. Screw the haters. I love this movie. Awesome visuals and a new spin on magic make this film so much fun to look at. Cumberbatch is a great choice for Doctor Strange, and while it does feel a little more formulaic at times, it does feel like a breath of fresh air for the MCU, at least visually and effects-wise. After that was Ant-Man and the Wasp from 2018, give it a 66 out of 100. Said that it's lacking some of the charm of the first, and the villains are not very interesting. However, its main cast and visuals do most of the heavy lifting here, and it's still a pretty fun, if inconsequential, MCU film. After that was I started watching the new Wes Anderson shorts on Netflix, the Roald Dahl ones, and the first one I watched was Poison. Gave it a 65 out of 100. This is the first of Anderson's Dahl shorts that I've seen, and this one was just okay. The dialogue is too fast, and I found myself wanting to rewind to hear what people said multiple times. The actors are fine, but the set design is immaculate. The set design is easily the reason why you watch this movie. Or this short, excuse me. And then finally was The Rat Catcher, and this one is easily my least favorite of Wes Anderson's projects. I said, while beautifully designed and Richard Ayoade finally gets some much-needed screen time, this short was just not good. It felt unnecessary and overlong, and it was also just boring and didn't go anywhere. So, did not like that one. So, but you can go ahead and catch any other reviews I have on Letterboxd at Garrett_O'Keefe for more movie reviews.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch Kung Fu Panda. All three of those are really good, and I'm excited for the next one. Yeah, I think it's going to be even better. So
they're exciting. Also just gorgeous films too. Like we talked about it on the top 10 beautiful 3D animated films, but the second one in particular is gorgeous. So a couple of things here. Got a laughing emoji from Matt Walls. Cassidy, in my honest opinion, every movie has a severe lack of Mark Ruffalo.
True.
I knew Cassidy was going to make some sort of comment about Mark Ruffalo when I put that. And Zach, Kung Fu Panda is the first movie I saw on Blu-ray. It seemed absolutely outrageous. I could see every individual hair on Poe. Yeah. They're gorgeous movies. And they're all such a high quality too. Like you don't expect a movie with the title Kung Fu Panda to be as good as it is.
And that's what makes it a charming movie. Like it's just incredible.
They're so emotionally well written. They're full of heart. It's great. Fantastic movies.
Yeah. All right, but enough about what Garrett watched last week. Let's go ahead and find out what's coming out this weekend because you all probably want to go see some movies. So coming up first, we have The Holdovers. Nobody likes Paul Hunman. Not his students, not his fellow faculty, not the headmaster, who all find his pomposity and rigidity exasperating. With no family and nowhere to go over Christmas holiday, he must find something to do. Those were a lot of words that I have not read out loud before, but I nailed it. So, W's in the chat. Next up, we have The Marvels coming out on Friday, the new Marvel movie. Carol Danvers gets her powers entangled with those of Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau, forcing them to work together to save the universe. Will this be Marvel's biggest flop yet, or their greatest comeback yet? That remains to be seen, but maybe you got to go see it. I'm not even going to sway you. Then we have Journey to Bethlehem coming out on Friday. This live-action musical celebration weaves classical Christmas melodies into new pop songs in a music-infused retelling of the timeless story of Mary and Joseph and the birth of Jesus. Coming out on Friday, we also have Dream Scenario, a new A24 film. Follows a professor who becomes an overnight celebrity after appearing in everyone's dream. This one seems super fun. It's got Nicolas Cage starring. Definitely looks like a must-see. It is in limited release. Then coming out on Friday as well, we have This Much We Know. While investigating the suicide of Las Vegas teenager Levi Presley, a filmmaker uncovers the story of a city with the highest suicide rate in the country and a nation scrambling to bury decades of nuclear excess in a nearby mountain. Then we have Fitting In coming out on Friday. A teen girl is diagnosed with a reproductive condition that upends her plans to have a sex life, propelling her to explore unusual methods. Her relationships are challenged with everyone in her life, but most importantly, herself. We also have Tiger 3 coming out on Saturday to limited release. This is a indie film. It's done really well at Cannes Film Festival and London premiere. Kind of has like RRR vibes. Definitely check that out if it's playing near you. Then we have It's a Wonderful Life. After saving her town from a psychotic killer, Winnie Carruthers' life is less than wonderful. When she wishes she'd never been born, she finds herself in a nightmare parallel universe where without her, things could be much, much worse. And then last but not least, we do have an all-star salute to Lee Greenwood, a Fathom Events coming out on Sunday for a limited release, also premiered at Cannes and London film festivals. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead and check that out. It's only on Sunday at Fathom Events.
Alrighty, quite a bit of stuff coming out. Yeah, I didn't really talk about it when we got to the trailers, but that last Marvel's trailer definitely felt like a desperate attempt to get people to watch it.
Yeah,
but still gonna go check it out. Hey, now that I've moved, theater's right down the street, and I still got my pass, so might as well go for free, right? A couple of comments that have come in. Journey to Bethlehem is going straight to the top of my picks for Garrett's Movie Corner.
Perfect.
Sure. Okay. Zach, ever think of putting the movie posters on the screen when looking ahead at the box office? Just a thought.
We have
do that.
We have thought about that. It's just a matter of getting actual thumbnail stuff. It's not too difficult, but we have talked about it before.
Yeah. Matt Walls, I actually watched the first Kung Fu Panda movie a couple of weeks ago. Still a really solid movie. 100%. I think the second one is the best of the three, but all three are good. So I don't know if you agree with the second one being better, but
yeah.
Alrighty, well that is it for what's coming out this weekend. Let's talk about what came out last weekend, and not too surprising, Five Nights at Freddy's still holds the top spot with $19 million, again dropping like 80%. Number 2, Taylor Swift The Eras Tour, bringing in $13.6 million. Number 3, Killers of the Flower Moon, bringing in $6.9 million. And then this is where the indie movies came in this weekend a little clutch. In 4th place, you had Priscilla, bringing in $5.1 million. And in 5th place, we had Radical, bringing in $2.7 million.
They are so lucky Dune didn't come out. Dune would have absolutely decimated any chance that those films had of making money.
100%, yeah. And we didn't really talk about it with the news, but Five Nights at Freddy's also did just break the record for the most streamed Peacock release ever. So clearly people wanted to watch this movie.
Cool.
And it'll probably get a sequel. Alrighty. And that is going to be it for the box office look, but the music is still the same, and the music just got louder, and now the music has changed, and now it is time for the Wheel of Fate. Make sure to get those comments in to know what movies you want to try and submit for me to watch over the course of the next week, and probably actually my roommates now, because we're all movie fans. So go ahead and comment any movie suggestions you have. We'll go ahead and do 3 this week. I don't have a whole lot going on, and I've already moved, so we'll do 3 this week, so make sure you get those comments in. But let's go ahead and talk about the ones that were here last week. Let me go ahead and turn down the music just a tad here. So there were 2 movies picked last week. The first one was Meet the Parents, which I ended up giving a 65 to. Meet the Parents, it's perfectly fine by the numbers. It's a perfectly fine by the numbers comedy. Robert De Niro excels in his role, but everything else just feels routine. A few standout moments and lines make the movie better than most, though. It's a fine movie. It's just some of those ridiculous situations that come up that just kind of lessen the humor for me. But it was still more fun than I thought I was going to have after a long time of not seeing it. And then after that, watched, and I think it was Matt Walls that suggested Hard Boiled last week, and thank you, because Hard Boiled was so good, so incredibly bonkers, over the top, and flat out insane. Hard Boiled is just so much fun. John Woo seems to have as much fun behind the camera as the actors do in front of it. The action scenes are so frenetic that you can forgive some of the film's slower moments and actually appreciate them. The slower moments are actually kind of this nice break that you get between all of the carnage that happens on the screen with John Woo and Chow Yun-fat and Tony Leung. It's fantastic. Watch this movie. If you haven't before, highly recommend Hard Boiled. It was so much fun.
All right, we'll leave it open for a few more seconds here. Let people get some in. I think you've seen a lot of these, Garrett.
Well, that's gonna make it fun.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see what Cassidy's theme is this week.
It's movies with Mark Wahlberg in them.
Oh, great.
Well, great. All right. No one. Or I'm taking the last here. Shorthanding. Interesting. All right. And interesting choice for the first one. We'll see how that goes. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen.
Yep. Submissions are cut off.
All right. Let me know if you can see here. I'll shuffle them. If you have seen it, we'll just respin.
Yep, sounds good. Not looking until a movie has been picked.
And the first choice here, the winner is The Terminal from Janelle.
I have not seen The Terminal.
Perfect. Let me
second pick.
All right, second pick here. Sandlot.
Okay. Is there more than one Sandlot movie?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Let me look it up.
I'm
guessing we're talking the original one, so 1993. I have not seen it. Yeah, go ahead and pick one more. Let's do it.
Throw it out there.
I got nothing going on this week.
Third choice. Oof, just barely missed it. It's going to be Mile 22, a Mark Wahlberg film. Oh, that was really close.
Well, it says Mile 22.
Yeah, that was really close.
Mile 22 is... Oh, okay. I'm aware of that one. Okay. I haven't seen it, so that works. I have 3 movies I haven't seen before.
Perfect.
That's the goal of the Wheel of Fate. Let's go ahead and go through some of these comments here. I love how all of Danelle's were flight picks.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Terminal Flight, Sandlot, The Departed, Boogie Nights. I mean, some of these movies that I've seen before, but I haven't actually reviewed yet. So, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban have reviewed that. We reviewed that on the podcast. No Way Home did that one as well. The first episode of Real Watchers, get to review that. All right. Deepwater Horizon, damn it. All right, Mac Walls. The Marvels just looks bland. Just my guess, it might be in the same level as the Eternals, which is a huge disappointment to me. Sorry to say that.
I'm feeling the same.
I thought the Eternals was much better than people give it credit for. Not an incredible movie, but also not terrible.
I'd agree, not terrible, but I feel like this is going to be kind of in the same of just a forgetful film that didn't need to be made.
Yeah, I mean, it's only going to be like, an hour and a half or something like that, so I think it's going to be,
Yeah.
That just screams to me it's not going to be a consequential movie.
I think it would have been cooler had they made this like a holiday special, like the Marvel's Christmas, and had it be like some sort of like Make-A-Wish thing and had it be a fun one like they did for Guardians of the Galaxy. But I don't know, feels like a flop.
We'll have to wait and see. Janelle says, yeehaw, me neither. All right. I'm guessing you haven't seen those movies either. Our good Kevin, co-host of Movie Club here on the channel. Bro, YouTube didn't update. That is stupid. In what way? Did it not show you that the live stream was going on?
Sounds like a personal problem.
Didn't do anything different than last time. Zach says the OG Sandlot. Yep. Went ahead and got that. A little bit of a late submission, Star Trek The Wrath of Khan, but keep that in pocket for next week. Cassie says, Gliz, Gliz, Gliz. We have one more spot to do before we get to there. We're almost there. And Matt Wall says, The Killer, the other John Woo action movie. Well, then I'll have to remember that one. Kevin says, it didn't say you were live.
Huh, sorry to hear that.
Sorry about that. Your live says it was scheduled for 7:30. It was up until 6:30. I realized I had scheduled it wrong. But it was updated at 6:30.
Sounds like an us problem. I'm sorry I called you out, Kevin. It sounds like a Garrett problem.
That was my fault. I did in fact hit 7:30 when I meant to hit 7 o'clock. So, but that was changed at 6:30, so it should have been updated right around the time we usually go live anyway. So, but sorry about that. But you're here now, which means that you get to see some of the fun stuff happen. But before we get to the main event and the reason why pretty much everyone is here, Adrian, what have you been up to over the last week? Watching anything? Doing anything?
Almost done. I think I'm going to finish the book Contact by Carl Sagan here tomorrow or maybe the next day.
Okay.
And then I did get a chance with a bunch of friends and family to watch Hocus Pocus 1 and 2 this weekend. And without the nostalgia of like loving the first one, the second one was really good. Actually, like everyone in the room was really engaged with the second one. And it was a really good time. I enjoyed both. I thought it was really fun.
All right. As far as me, as I said at the beginning of the show, I have moved. I'm completely in the new place, so new background. That's what I was doing over the course of the last week, mostly. Then I have started reading Quentin Tarantino's book, Cinema Speculation. So started reading that about the 70s movies that kind of got him into filmmaking. And then I've started replaying Forza Horizon 5, just because I wanted to start racing cars through the landscape again. So that's been about it. Busy with the move and busy with work, so not a whole lot else.
Cool.
But
congrats.
That is it for the regularly scheduled part of the show.
Should I show my ungodly?
Congrats on the big move, G. Thank you, Cassidy. Sure. You want to show off your wiener?
Some baseline rules that we talked about last time.
Mm-hmm.
Both Garrett and I have ballpark standard hot dogs, bun sized, with Wonder Bread buns. We both got the exact same thing. The goal, Garrett does have mustard on his. We did decide that condiments are a choice, not a privilege. And he has chosen to go with mustard in the hopes that it tastes better. So we'll see how that goes. I'm going completely plain. The goal is that there will be 1 minute on the clock. And the goal is to, beat your own personal goal, or at least meet it, and then also beat the other person. Is kind of the target here. Just for fun. It's only 60 seconds, so it'll be quick, and you'll see us just slamming hot dogs down here real quick.
Luckily, it's only a minute, so you don't have to watch us slamming glizzies for more than a minute. We do have a couple of comments that came in real quick before we get started. Nadia from our good channel Horror More. Go to subscribe. She's almost at 2,000 subscribers if you haven't already. So she's doing really well. Which place you like better? I like my new place quite a bit, actually. And hopefully you guys will get to see it soon when we do a game night. And then Zach, big week for Marvel post Endgame. Any thoughts from the boys on Loki or expectations from the Marvels? We just talked about the Marvels a little bit. It's looking like a bit of a desperate attempt. But Loki's been really good, especially the last couple of episodes have been really good. And Echo looks fantastic. So, but yeah. Joe says, I've been waiting all year for this. This is what I wanted for Christmas. Well, I mean, we don't have anything else to talk about today. So
I'll say my goal, I am shooting for 4 in a minute. Garrett, you're shooting for 2.
Yes.
Right? I did buffer because my brain tells me that I can do 6, and I don't know if I can. But so I have an ungodly plate of hot dogs sitting in front of me. There is just too many here. So I have extras for tomorrow, but I did make 8.
And I have 4 because I don't think I'm going to get more than 2, but I made extra just in case.
Okay, do we have more fun music to play while we eat hot dogs? Can we switch? Okay.
That sounds like it was just going to be more exciting. I don't know. If it wants to load. It's just our lovely voices for the next couple of seconds unless it loads. Why doesn't it want to play? Oh.
What's happening?
What is happening with this? There we go.
Okay. All right, let me go ahead and share this. So starting out, no hands on dogs.
Hands on plate though?
Huh?
Hands on plate or no?
You're gonna hold the plate?
No, okay. All right. I was gonna hold it like right underneath my mouth so I didn't drop anything.
Oh, okay.
This is a new place, so.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna start with 1 minute and 10 seconds here, so we'll have a little bit of a countdown until it's time to go. Okay.
Well, we have a couple of bets here before we get in if we want to go through them. Zach says prediction: Garrett 3, Adrian 4. Janelle says Adrian 7, Garrett 3. Cassie says Adrian 5, Garrett 2. Thank you for being more realistic with my number. Cassie says, please play Cotton Eye Joe.
Copyrighted music, we cannot, unfortunately.
All right. Joe says, who wants to bet? Zach, make the timer smaller. So they want to see our faces, I guess.
Oh,
I don't think there's a way to do that. Is there a way to position
It's over me.
I know. I'm trying to figure out where we can. There's no like way to do. This is going to be the best way we can do it.
That's all we got, guys.
Good luck and Godspeed. Joseph Adrian gets 4. Kevin says chug, 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 chug. Face is bigger, please. Face is bigger. There's.
I can remove the timer, but then you can't see the timer.
Here, I'm gonna edit the layout and see if this works. There we go. How's that?
It's still showing over my face.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, does that work for everyone?
Does that work for everyone? I can also position more over here.
I think that looks good.
Garrett 5, Adrian 2. That's
wow.
Consider having made 4.
Garrett's gonna have enough time to go make another one.
Alrighty, that looks perfect.
We're gonna start in 10 seconds here.
So no hands on dogs till 1 minute.
Then you can go. So you gotta hold your hands up, right like this, and then we'll go. Well, you don't have to hold them in the screen, but just know. Okay, here we go. Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous.
This is going to look terrible on camera. All right, and go.
Oh my gosh, it's so much harder than I thought.
I know!
Oh my gosh, this is so hard.
I know.
This is so bad. I don't think I'm going to get to 2.
They've been sitting so long here, they're dry. 5 seconds left. Nope. Oh. My body is not happy with me right now.
Oh, apparently I can eat 1 hot dog per minute.
Same here.
That was actually way more difficult than I anticipated being. There's a lot of bread.
Hey, I did half my goal, so I'm happy with that.
I am done eating though, and you.
So am I.
Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, my throat got like. Ugh. Switch to just the meat. No.
Oh, we should do it again with just dogs.
That sounds horrible.
No,
but if you want to do it,
let's do it. We're switching to just dogs because the bread's too much.
A couple of comments. Did Garrett win? No, we tied. Zach, 1. Yeah.
Try it, Zach.
We're not professionals.
I was hyping it up. It's really hard.
Eventually, when we're all in one place, Zach, we will do this again, and you will see how hard it is. Also, I would like to point out that these have been sitting here for probably about 50 minutes for me, and they're dry and cold. It's very hard to eat.
I think the bread is what really slowed me down. I think I can eat a ton of just the raw glizzies.
Oh, yeah. And I'm you know what? Let's not do just the meat because I kind of want to actually eat these as dinner afterwards.
Oh, I'll do it. I'll do it myself to see how it goes.
Okay, if you want to.
Let's see if everyone wants to see how many raw hot dogs I could eat. No way, Zach. I jumped ahead in the comments.
Yeah, there's no way. Joe says, "Run it back."
Try again.
All that schooling and they can't get to 3 hot dogs. Yeah, hey. It's not as easy as it looks. Agreed. I don't know what you're all thinking going past 1 and 6. Right? Thank you.
I have been humbled. I'll tell you that.
Just dogs for 254.
No, Zach's got a crazy comment coming up that I love.
I'd rather be in the hospital than do just 1. Oh man, my throat actually hurts.
That's embarrassing.
I feel like I didn't chew as much as I normally should, and that's gonna hurt later. Put Zach in, coach. Would have eaten all 4 by now. It's also been like 5 minutes now. Comment of the year.
We got Adrian is a man of the people and do it for the hot, just raw dogs. Are you down, Garrett?
Fine. I only have 3 though, so.
That's okay. All right, raw dogs. We're just going for numbers here.
I have condiments on, so it's not raw, but
okay, but just no buns.
Sure.
We'll see how many we can do. All right, we're starting the timer again. My hands are up. It's happening. I'm nervous all over again.
Go. Why is it stuck? Oh. That's disgusting. I can't do it. I'm out.
Four and a half? 4.5,
impressive.
I think, for me.
Yeah, I did half in 1 bite. I did
I
half
feel
of 1.
pretty good with 4.5.
Man, I felt like I was gonna be sick. Ugh.
There you go,
All
guys.
right.
I did do 4, technically.
Raw dog Lizzie challenge. Hell yeah, AQ. The problem is they aren't swallowing them whole. We should pull up that video of the guy that just goes. AQ with a good pace.
Thank you.
Garrett, let me see your face. That rhymes. Not if I was going to throw up on camera. Let's go, Adrian.
Thanks.
Bow down. G, use a fork and knife. No, that wouldn't have helped. Garrett wouldn't last in FIFA. No, I wouldn't do it in the first place. Garrett, you just lost me as a subscriber.
Respect, Cass.
That's all right. Fine. That's my boy. Hey, those emojis worked. That's good. Just like I said, Adrian 5, Garrett 2. After 2 minutes. Yeah, there you go. No glizzy, no game. And you should be so proud.
I think and maybe this is me just committing to another thing, but I think in 2 minutes, I could eat 9 hot dogs. dogs. Just raw.
Oh, just raw. Okay.
Yeah, just the raw hot dogs. Oh, no way, Nadia. The bun is what is respect to the professionals. That is the most difficult thing to get through. It's so dry.
That's the part that helps me not want to throw up.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
How many? You got 2?
I have 1 raw hot dog.
Oh.
I like halfway through the first one, I was just like, nope, I can't do it.
Sorry, Steve. Then a correction. I actually did 6 total. If Garrett's first one counts as well, then I did 6 total hot dogs.
I think he was counting them. Run it back. No. I'm literally probably not going to eat a hot dog for like another year. This is ruined hot dogs for me.
What a shame.
That was weird. 2 minutes. 2-minute timer starts now. I think you've probably gone through your entire pack of hot dogs already, haven't you?
I have one left. This is the 7th one.
Oh. Garrett, did you eat dinner before this, or
the
what?
trick is because I didn't eat, my brain hasn't registered that I've eaten yet. It takes like 7 to 10 minutes for like your brain to like process that you've eaten to get the register from your stomach. So
I basically had a small snack before this, not enough to even remotely make my brain think that I had eaten. But
that's insane, man. That's like a gladiator being like, yeah, I just killed a couple people before coming out here. Thought I'd just wet the palate.
I hadn't eaten since like 10 o'clock. I needed something, but you know, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I also just don't really like hot dogs, so this is also just kind of a challenge in more ways than one. That's my boy AQ. 1.5 dogs is basically a snack. That's like if I was gonna eat a hot dog, I'd probably eat 1, maybe 2. So, a true entertainer. Next episode review the greatest hot dog movies. I can't even think of like.
If anyone needs a plate of just buns, there's 7. I have 7 hot dog buns now.
Zach Sanders, G's counting calories going into this challenge. No, I don't count calories ever. I have the biggest gut here, but no, it's just not easy to do at all. We need another challenge for 200 subscribers. Get thinking about it.
Yeah, we'll think about it.
It would be really fun to do like a movie and like a drinking challenge with a movie, like a one that we could show on stream without a copyright issue and do a drinking game with it. That'd be fun. You want to read the comments? Because I'm still chewing on this bun.
Yeah, the slowest ever. Garrett, hate to tell you, but you're still losing. Adrian,
that's just my life.
Buns. Great, I'll go ahead and give those over to you when I see you next. Sausage Party, great hot dog movie. Good suggestion, Cass. Accepted, great hot dog movie. Good choice. Adrian, fill the buns again, and there's your dinner. I don't have any hot dogs. I actually shockingly found a pack of 8 hot dogs that went with a pack of 8 buns, which I feel like is never a thing. So,
me too.
We have Ask Me About My Wiener. Good throwback. 200 subscribers, Capri Suns. That's a really good suggestion.
That's so good. We should do it. Okay. 200 subs, Capri Suns. We'll do it.
Great hot dog movies. Hot Dog, Sausage Party, and Animal House. Okay.
Yeah, I always forget about Animal House.
Well, there you guys have it. Officially, hands down, the person that can eat the most glizzies is me.
Yep.
So I'll accept any type of monetary award to my P.O. box that I'll link in the description below. Thanks, everyone.
Yep. All donations go to Adrian.
We have, did either of you practice prior to the stream? No.
Did
not. I just typically eat faster. The bun, like I said, is absolutely the hardest thing, but I eat pretty fast normally, so that was definitely faster than normal, but I have a pretty fast pace.
I maybe eat like less than 4 hot dogs a year. So like that's
you
nuts.
Constantly eating? That's how slow you eat them?
No, like I just don't eat hot dogs.
Mine's 1 a minute and yours is 4 a year. And then my mom, it's all fun and games until the wieners get devoured. Absolutely. Now I have none.
That's the bio on my Grindr account.
Hell yeah.
Oh, man. And we got some more laughter. Love it. Awesome. Well, if anyone else has any other questions, comments, concerns... Oh, actually, that one's great.
I can easily out-spicy you. Is that the goal?
I don't think you can. Are you talking about heat, or are you talking about like an amount of wings?
Well, that's my question. What are you talking about? Which one do you? I'm talking about spiciness. I think I can out-spicy you, no problem.
Do you think you can? Well, I like spicy food a lot. So
I think I can out-spicy. I will put whatever on the line that I can out-spicy you.
I don't know how we would do that though. Maybe just like we each order the hot ones pack or something.
I have them. I eat them regularly. I put the Apollo sauce on.
Cheating.
That's what I'm saying.
I think that's definitely that. What statement is absurd? I've made a lot of statements tonight that could be construed as absurd. Which one are you referring to? That I ate 4 hot dogs a year? Ugh.
Well, it also depends. I am a boneless wing guy. Bones with bones definitely will slow it down. Boneless, I think I can. They're smaller than hot dogs.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like boneless, I'm like right there with you.
Yeah. No,
boneless
I'm talking to Zach.
suck.
Like I feel like I could eat a lot of boneless wings really quick. But
bone-in wings suck.
But also going spicy slows it down as well. So if it's quantity, I'd rather go like plain. Versus if we're going for heat, then obviously we go for spiciest.
Yeah, it depends.
We'll figure it out though. Keep us the suggestions coming in the future shows, and when we hit 200, we'll have something special for you.
We can always do one at 150 too.
We'll see how fast we get there. We don't want to give the people too much.
It's true. You got to keep them wanting.
Of course.
Or after today, they're not wanting a whole lot from me, so it's all good. Jolly good show.
Good show. I ate 4 hot dogs last Thursday. 4 in a year is absurd.
I just don't like hot dogs that much. I'm sorry.
And then Kevin, do the 1 chip challenge. I've done 2 of them. I haven't done this year's challenge, but I have done the previous 2 years. They're not good, but they're spicy. But
yeah, they're spicy. I've done it before too.
Yeah. Have to eat the bones with the wings. That's gonna be tough.
I mean, my roommate's a nurse, so I mean, I'll have help.
Maybe another at 105 subs in your dreams.
We're already like right there, I think.
Adrian, can you give us a tour of your backdrop? My wall? Sure. That little thing right there is a signed placard from emo punk artist Taylor Acorn, who's blown up. This is from an Angels and Airwaves movie. Up top, if you could see it, there's a Travis Barker drumstick that I caught at a show Cass took me to. And there's a drum head signed by all the members of Blink-182. Then there's a Wicked poster signed by the entire cast of the Broadway play that I got on Broadway. And then hanging on that are 2 medals that I got for doing virtual marathons. And then virtual, like they were on my phone, but I actually had to run them on a treadmill. They just weren't like at a location. This is a spirit stick that I got from a rural temple in Japan. And this is Angels and Airwaves' latest tour that's signed by the band.
Zach just wanted to see your back.
Well, that's only when I visit you, Zach, and you're not supposed to tell anyone about that.
Cassidy says he gets it, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know. But anyhow, well, that's going to be the end of the stream. If anyone has any comments, questions, concerns, criticisms, anything you want to chit-chat about, anything you want to ask us, we love answering questions, especially about all the upcoming stuff, the stuff we got going on in the movie industry. Go ahead and get those in.
It was really funny before doing this. I was talking to Cass on the way home, and then she was like, so the hot dogs will be your dinner? And I went, yeah, I don't think I'm going to come out after eating 8 hot dogs and be like, what sounds good? Which I'm actually feeling a bit peckish, so I might go find something to eat.
Yeah. I definitely think, I will say having condiments helped, especially with the dryness of the buns, because it kind of made it a little bit more like...
Is that what you say to all the guys that you meet?
Yeah. Thank you for the mayonnaise. That's what I often tell them. Yeah, it definitely made it a little bit easier when we were just eating like the bun and the hot dog. But man, like just the taste of hot dog by itself is just so nasty. Especially if it's not grilled. If it's just microwave, like I did.
That's what I did too. Yeah.
Oh, it's just disgusting. Zach, what the earliest people should? What is the earliest people should put up Christmas decor? We have 2 trees up already.
I think any time after Halloween is okay. I prefer to wait until like later into November. October. Yeah, I prefer to wait till later in November, but I feel like it's already started. Everyone skips Thanksgiving.
As someone who worked in retail for 10 years, anything before Thanksgiving or Black Friday pisses me off. So nothing goes up before then. Wow. Like enjoy the holidays we have. Enjoy Thanksgiving. Enjoy Halloween.
Sure.
Like what's the point of putting Christmas up early? I don't know. I have one small black tree. It's going to go up at some point.
Okay.
Zach, usually condoms help, G. More than you know. Suckers, the hard part's getting them on. I'm just kidding.
What?
On hot dogs, we're talking about with the bun in the way. Just kidding.
Zach.
Just kidding. Sounds like the Grinch. This is what it is. I mean, we have it's not. November's not Christmas time. 25 days of Christmas. That was what ABC Family always did. You get 25 days. Christmas spirit all year. That's different. The spirit is different than the actual holiday. Thanksgiving needs Thanksgiving songs.
I could agree.
I don't know what you would sing about. Maybe
Giving
just like
thanks.
That too. I mean, yeah. There's got to be a Thanksgiving song out there. We're getting a Thanksgiving horror movie, so that's kind of
cool. Got to start somewhere.
My Christmas lights are up. Sorry for your neighbors. Just kidding. I mean, hey, when I say it's just wrong to put them up, it's wrong for me. If everyone else does it doesn't really matter. But like, I refuse to put anything up before the Black Friday. But cool. Well, all the other comments get in here. Adrian, where can people find us online if they don't follow us already?
Yeah, Real Watchers. That's REELWATCHERS. Real as in the film reel. You can find us on Instagram. YouTube, if you're watching us here on the live stream, we go live every Tuesday, talk about movie news and all kinds of stuff, trailers, all that good stuff. And then Garrett also posts a lot of additional content. Our most successful video, he does video essays, is over 5,500 now.
Let me double check.
But definitely up in the high thousands. It's really, really good. You should go check it out. And then also on our channel, we have Real Watchers Movie Club, where Garrett and our other host, Kevin, go ahead and watch the IMDb top 200 movies and review them in depth. They're a little bit longer form, and they kind of go over the whole movie together as a casual conversation. So again, YouTube is where all that is. So make sure to like, subscribe, hit the little bell. We go live every Tuesday, again at 7 p.m. California time. And then if you're on Twitch, it'd be really awesome if you go ahead and give us that free follow or free subscribe. It does help out every little bit. And if you like to get the live news, that's here on Twitch as well. But just that, if you want any additional content, again, that's over on YouTube.
That's absolutely correct. As far as Movie Club, we just had our episode last week on Once Upon a Time in the West, probably our most interesting show to date, because Kevin and I didn't necessarily completely disagree, but our scores were kind of different. It was a lot of fun to talk about. No spoilers there, though. This week, we were talking about the classic animated film WALL-E, a perennial favorite of Adrian's and I, so we get to talk about that. And stay tuned to find out what comes out next week at the end of the show this Friday. So very excited about that. Got a couple other video essays in the pipeline, and what you were talking about is the 150 films that remind me why I love film. That one just hit 6,000 views.
There you go.
Thank you all again.
It's just a shame that you keep forgetting why you love film.
Funny. But yeah, so thank you all for supporting us and helping us get to even this point. Even the fact that we hit 100 is great. So thank you. What's the song for Valentine's Day? What's the one from SNL? I Just Had Sex. That's probably a good one, right? Yeah. Akon. Slow clap. When can we expect your Oscar Mayer sponsor? Well, considering we used Ballpark, I don't think they're happy with us right now.
More importantly, yes, we did discuss at the beginning. We got same brand and same buns. So they were identical dogs, except Garrett's had mustard.
Yes. That's the only difference. Garrett, where's the glue? Get lost in the movie. Yeah, the glue's actually in the closet. It's
hey, you can come out. It's 2023.
Yeah, come on out, glue.
What if just just a huge dude came out?
How's that ass feel?
Maybe that's why Garrett gagged.
I forget, like mustard and glue. I put them in the fridge. Like they're the right same bottle, same place. Fuck. Just fuck by itself. Alrighty. Well, thank you everyone so much for joining us this week. This was a pleasure. Thank you again so much for helping us to hit 100 subscribers. We never thought we'd even get this far, so thank you so much. And for continuing to join us every week and continue to chat with us. We love you guys so much. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place. At 7 p.m., not 7:30, because Garrett fucked up. But we will be back at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time next week. And we'll see you then. Until then, keep your eyes on the screen.